How do you know if you like a game? For me, it comes down to whether or not I want to spend time in the world presented to me by the game. Some other element might have been the reason for me to try that title, such as an interesting gameplay loop or a unique art style. But the only thing that will keep me playing the game for a long time is whether or not I feel connected to the game's world. At that point, everything else, the gameplay, story, characters, music, and so on, become secondary, and I'm willing to ignore whatever shortcomings those other departments might have just because I'm having a good time in the game's world. That sums up how I feel about Avowed. By now, the internet is full of reviews and opinions from critics and fans alike about how it is an excellent game but falls short of being truly great. And yes, it appears highly unlikely that Avowed will get the same overwhelmingly positive reception that Baldur's Gate 3 did, but I still feel it is a good game that is worth a try, especially if you are a Game Pass subscriber, in which case you already have access to the game. At the time of recording this video, I have not yet finished playing Avowed, which is why this is not a review. However, I have played enough to confidently claim that yes, I want to spend more time in this game's world because I liked how it was presented to me. I like the game's core systems, the gameplay loop, how well designed the characters are, and how the map is scattered with bits and pieces of lore that are quite interesting to read. Obsidian Entertainment's latest RPG admittedly doesn't take too many risks and delivers mostly a predictable experience. This is where a lot of the criticism comes from because the stakes have been raised significantly by the success of Baldur's Gate 3. However, it is important to remember that Obsidian as a studio has taken a couple of risks recently in the form of Grounded and Pentiment, a survival and adventure game respectively, and Avowed is their first RPG to come out after 2019's The Outer Worlds. Those two earlier projects were very well received critically, especially Pentiment, but it's safe to say that they didn't pay off too well financially. However, thanks to being under the umbrella of Xbox Game Studios, Obsidian survived. And it is with this context that I feel there's nothing wrong in Avowed being a very safe, by the numbers RPG. From the perspective of someone who is a Game Pass subscriber, Avowed offers a well written, well polished, good looking AAA gaming experience. And let's not forget that The Outer Worlds 2 is also scheduled to come out in 2025. That's two RPGs from a studio known to build good RPGs in a single calendar year. Look at it this way. We would absolutely love it if every RPG had the quality and complexity of Baldur's Gate 3, but that's simply not going to happen. Even Larian Studios could probably not handle development of two games of that scope at the same time. On the other hand, Obsidian has had Avowed and The Outer Worlds 2 simultaneously in production since at least 2021, and it's a safe guess that The Outer Worlds 2 is going to have more or less the same scope as Avowed, meaning we get to play another 30 to 50 hour RPG from Obsidian in a few months. I feel that's a much better deal for the audience rather than waiting 5 to 6 years for a single game to come out. Coming back to Avowed, in the few hours that I have played so far, it's become clear to me that I want to keep playing, keep exploring, and find out everything I can about the world of the living lands. Yes, the plot is predictable, the companions are a bit of a mixed bag, but the world is fun to explore, the magic part of the combat is ridiculously fun, and I'm eager to see what happens next, even though I feel I can easily guess what's going to happen next. And that, I think, is what makes Avowed an excellent game, even if the critics feel that it doesn't deserve to join the video game Hall of Fame. Thanks for watching.